So you saw my previous videos and you finally got convinced that building an aesthetic lean physique is the basis of every looks max transformation. But you will have to be patient. This is the sort of transformation that will elevate your SMV the most, but it will be the one that takes the longest. For most of you, it will take at least 2 to 3 years of optimal training and dieting to get the desired result. So, without wasting any more time, first, you gotta get yourself into training. You need to get in the gym, not just any gym. Don't go to those gyms. You need to go to a proper gym where you can experience a competitive environment. This will be essential for you to keep making progress. There's nothing worse than going to a Planet Fitness, training for a couple of months, ending up looking better than 90% of the people in that gym, and then thinking that you're done. Competition drives progress. So let's start with training routines. You should pick a program that specifies reps, sets, how many days per week you will be training, and some sort of progression method. It doesn't really matter which training routine you follow, because as long as you are using progressive overload, you will gain muscle. The best routine for you will be the one that you can adhere to consistently. Progressive overload is the main driver for muscle growth, and it can be achieved by either increasing the weight on the bar, performing more reps with the same given weight, or adding more training volume, usually in the form of sets. But a key point here that I want you guys to understand is that using strength to compare one individual's progress over time is extremely useful, but it is not when we compare two different individuals. However, if progressive overload is not being accomplished within a long period of time, you will inevitably fail to build muscle, meaning that if in 6 months you are still doing the same weight on the same exercise, you probably haven't gained any muscle, and you will look basically the same. Tracking now. You should be tracking your workouts, whether you do it on a workout app, a notes app, or the old school way with pen and a notepad. It is up to you, but it is very important that you do it if you want to maximize your results. Especially since in your first year of lifting, your goal should be to try and beat your training log every single week. Don't just keep it in your head because inevitably, you will forget some of the lifts you did, and this will stall your progress. Also, tracking your workouts will give you more motivation to keep progressing and stay serious about this journey. There are 6 main types of exercises that you should be getting stronger at over time, and these are the exercises where you should see progress over time. It doesn't have to be specific ones. For example, I happen to think that dumbbell incline presses will build the chest in a more aesthetically pleasing way than the barbell bench press. However, it is still important to get strong at the barbell bench press. For the upper chest, you want to incorporate incline movements, such as the incline dumbbell press and incline barbell press. Anywhere from 30 to 45 degrees will do the job. Some people will find more success with 30 degrees compared to 45 degrees. Do not neglect the upper chest, as this is the portion of your chest that truly gives a fullness aesthetic look. Nothing is worse than seeing a lacking upper chest combined with an overpowering lower chest. We often hear that abs are made in the kitchen, but that statement is only half the truth. Abs are revealed in the kitchen and made in the gym. If you are serious about having an aesthetic body, you should do direct work for your whole midsection muscles. Some people are not going to have popping abdominal muscles just by getting to lower body fat. It is the combination of working those muscles and being low body fat that produces the final result. So, you should be doing hanging leg raises, decline sit-ups, and rope crunches. Treat abs like any other muscle group. You shouldn't be training them every single day with crazy 20-minute ab shredding workouts. Instead, you should be training them twice a week and progressing on them just like any other muscle. For the lats, focus on getting very strong on pull-ups and chin-ups. I would definitely prioritize these movements over rows. This will give you that V-taper look that is very attractive. Studies have shown that women are very attracted to a V-taper physique, where the shoulder circumference is 1.6 times greater than the waist circumference. By working on the lats, you will add to this illusion and make your physique much more aesthetically pleasing. And for the arms, all you bros will be pleased to find that you should indeed be doing some sort of bicep curl and tricep isolation exercises. Just don't be like the typical clueless gym bro who dedicates a full day to arm training and then does 4 or 5 exercises for biceps and 5 more exercises for triceps, ending up doing a bunch of junk training volume chasing the pump. It's totally overkill and will actually delay your gains. Lastly, for those of you who thought you could get away with skipping leg day, you are inevitably wrong, and you might want to rethink your approach. The legs are not of the highest importance in terms of building an aesthetic physique, but you will not get away with having legs that are clearly too small for your upper body. The proportions still need to be met, and you need to train your legs just like any other muscle. Squats are a good general strength and mass building exercise for the legs, but for our general purposes of aesthetics, I would prioritize Bulgarian split squats. Remember, we are trying to build an aesthetic physique. We are not trying to bodybuild or even power lift, so we don't need to get attached to the big 3 lifts: bench, squat, and deadlift. Reps. When it comes to rep ranges, rest intervals, and the number of sets, you should stick to the basics. 9 to 12 sets per muscle group per week for the larger muscle groups, while for the smaller muscle groups, you should be doing 3 to 6 sets per week. Remember that the smaller muscles have overlap when you train your big muscle groups with compound lifts. You should train predominantly in the 6 to 12 rep range. A few sets can be done in the 1 to 5 rep range, focusing on strength. And for some isolation movements, you can do higher rep work in the 12 to 20 rep range. Sleep. You have to prioritize sleep and recovery. Studies show time and time again that sleep deprivation slows down your muscle gains and also impacts your health in a major negative way. Nutrition. The saying "you cannot outtrain a bad diet" is completely true, and this is because nutrition has a permissive role in muscle building. Eating does not cause muscle growth, but permits muscle growth given enough training stimulus. On the contrary, simply eating a lot is not going to cause you to gain muscle if you don't have a training stimulus, and not eating enough calories to grow while having the stimulus will lead to very little muscle growth. This is why lean bulking is the superior alternative to dirty bulking. Simply put, eating just enough will allow you to gain close to the maximum amount of muscle without putting on as much fat, while eating far above what you would normally eat on a lean bulk is going to cause a massive amount of fat gain. As a skinny guy, you should be aiming to gain 2 to 3 pounds per month in your first year of lean bulking. To achieve this, you should eat around 300 calories above your maintenance. This is the reason why you should do those weekly averages. This way, when your weight stalls, you can increase the calories by another 200 calories or so. Do not rely on online calculators to find your maintenance calories, as this will be very individual. Everyone has a different activity level and different metabolism. The same applies to overweight guys, except in the first 3 months of weight loss, you can afford to lose up to 1.5 to 2 pounds a week. Remember that in the first week, you will lose more than that because you will also lose water weight. At some point, weight loss will stall, and you will have to start eating back at maintenance once again for a week, and then you can go back to your calorie deficit. Supplements. To finish off the video, we're going to talk about supplements, and there isn't a whole lot to talk about here. I will be brutally honest. Most supplements on the market are a scam and a total waste of money. No supplement on the market is going to give you more muscle gains than if you just ate a healthy whole food-based diet. They are not PEDs. They are just for convenience, and even then, I wouldn't bother using any of them. If you are not quite sure where exactly you stand on the current dating marketplace and you want a detailed personalized looks-maxing plan, you can order a facial and SMV analysis from me on this website. The link will be in the description and in the comment section. That's it for today. Feel free to drop a comment below sharing your thoughts about this video and what you would like to see me talk about in the next video. Make sure you subscribe to this channel, and I will see you guys soon.